Yo, how y'all doing today? Assalamu alaikum. Uh, I guess yeah, this is the last trading video day. Um, there's a lot we need to cover, and we are going to be doing some GJ. And I'm gonna first try to just take you guys through how to trade, but we're gonna stop a little bit more. And I'm actually really realistically about to do this boot camp in a very a synopsis version for the people that stayed at the end and that just need a little bit of clarification. Okay, here we start with GJ. Welcome to the welcome boys. Shit. Okay. Oh. Okay, so I'll break a structure here, okay? So we're on the weekly time frame to find our daily bias. We need to see that if at any point any green candle, right, is above this red candle. Now, as you can see, where we broke structure with the red candles was right here when this green candle is above it, okay? So that's called a break a structure. So as you guys can see that right now we're bullish because we never broke structure. Now we can go on to the daily. All right, same thing applies. Bullish, 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 all the way through. Bearish here. So we're bearish on the day as well. Going down to the 4 hour now. Same story, same story, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, bearish because this candlestick, and we're waiting. This didn't close above, and then we stayed bearish. Okay, on the 1 hour, bearish, 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 bullish here because we broke structure. Okay, bearish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bullish, and then bearish, broke structure. Okay, bearish on the hourly as well. Okay, so now everything is according, we know our bias is going down. Now we're going to go in and we're just going to look at the trend that we're trading at when we are looking to enter this trade. If you're not in a trade within the first hour and a half of the day of whatever session you guys are planning to trade, please do not trade, okay? Because that's losing trading. We can see in Asian session, freaking hell, man. Okay, in Asian session, we were going heavy bullish, man. This was moving heavily down. Okay, and then we have choppy, choppy action, choppy action, choppy action, right? But if we were to take this trade on, let's say, a New York session time, right? And this is actually a perfect example of knowing when to pull out of a trade as well. So we're going to do this, guys, together. Bullish all the way through, choppy action, choppy action, choppy action, right? Consolidating on the hourly. So this was it, but our daily biases are bearish. So we can say yes, the daily bias is checked out, but the trend isn't setting. But then okay, let's say that we continue taking this trade. Usually if there isn't a trend and it's just consolidating, I don't go into that trade, but I'm here to show you guys. Let's say we go into that trade. And this I'm telling you this through eyes that have done it enough to know when this, like right from here, this price ain't doing much today. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys let's say that we did go through the trade and we go like, okay, it's bearish coming in, we're going to go bearish, all right? A bearish trade, okay? It's going to give you a lot of options on when to stop, but I'm going to keep looking through it, okay? A bearish trade, we got to find a liquidity sweep on the hourly, which is right there. Got a liquidity sweep there. Do we have another one? Not really. I guess, yeah, not really. And after that, nothing really as a liquidity sweep. Do you have anything on the 30 minute? That's a little more. Yeah, that's about it, guys. Yeah. Okay. We have our liquidity sweep. Now we look for our order block in the 15 minute. Now, where do we see our order block here forming? Going into, let's say we're trading we're trading New York session, London session. Where do we see an order block coming in? That's too big. I need something smaller. Go to the 5 minute to find an order block. Because an order block's really just helping you pick a good entry point, right? And to see where help to find equilibrium and consolidate. That's why everything's using confluence. Okay, top, 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 top. We could use it honestly. It's not the best, but it can be used. Okay, go back on 1 minute. We got an order block formed now. You guys see how when you break one of the confluences, how much more difficult it gets to find a trade overall. Okay, now that's your order block range coming in. Price is choppy as hell. You could take it's bearish, and then you you got a buy order here, right? And then you're in. You got a liquidity sweep up top. If you use that, you could change your order block to even a 1 minute order block, just because that's how choppy price action is, right? You would have to use a 1 minute order block to show you, to even, to some respect, for anything to make sense on a bearish trade, right? Yeah, there we go. That would be your order block. I'm using a red order block, basically a bearish order block for a bearish trade. That's also another thing I usually avoid doing, but in this one, there's just no other option. You come in, that's your liquidity sweep for a bearish trade. Okay, so that's where you're. My bad. Yeah, that's your liquidity sweep for a bearish trade on the 1 minute. You're literally trading off the 1 minute. Do you guys see how if you go over one confluence, it just does not become a sensible trade after that? Like, I'm going through this trade, and this trade should never be taken. Because now you have so many issues. Yes, you can buy in here if you go for a 5 minute, even a 15 minute liquidity sweep. You find it here. Realistically, that's your liquidity sweep, or that's your liquidity sweep right there. That's your candlestick buying in. It's just choppy ass price action, right? And yeah, then you can make a little bit of money this way, right? If you buy in here, come out here. So we would have to then go pull out equilibrium, because we have, to some extent, is a very shit order block, but we do have an order block. We go into equilibrium for a bearish buy trade right here from high to low. And then where's my high to low that I'm playing? I'm playing off of this. Actually, even more. This is just such a shit trade, man. Okay, guys, coming in, price goes underneath equilibrium here, but I would see as soon as the structure is broken and I can consolidate that with the 5 minute one. I mean, confirm that with a 5 minute, then I'm in this trade. Structure was broken, 5 minutes. Okay, yeah, we're in this trade. We just have to follow the 1 minute break of structure at that point. Yeah, because the 5 minute break of structure would be too late because it's too close to the top. It wouldn't even make sense to follow that. So you'd have to follow the 1 minute break of structure on this, which is okay. Sometimes you do have to do that, right? But now let's say that we're setting our TPs, right? Hmm. Previous areas of liquidity. Got one here. Okay, just to show you guys that previous areas of liquidity based off of that, right? We hit it here. So there's a lot of ways to lose money from here to here. I'm gonna be so real with you guys right now. Even if I was in this trade for the long haul, I'm probably pulling out. As soon as I'm above equilibrium and I do not see a break of structure taking place above equilibrium, I'm thinking worst case scenario when I'm out of this trade that we're bullish, right? Because things are switching. That's how you know when I personally that's how I operate is if I on the opposite strike I go above equilibrium and past the equilibrium previous high that I'm basing it off of and my bias is being disproven that this is making higher highs, right? Continuously so you can see higher high, right? Lower, higher, lower high, lower low, then you're breaking structure again, and then you're really coming in, right? This is actually not a bad trade if you take it off here. I bet there's more confluences for this trade as well, but this is just to show you guys what a shit trade looks like. It's just a shit show from the beginning. You gotta start making things up on the go, and you're not taking a high probability trade. So, and then I would probably exit this trade as soon as equilibrium gets crossed. Yeah, you can make money in the long run, but listen, I don't know how this is going to happen and when this is going to happen. I'm thinking worst case scenario, and I'm doing risk management at that point. At least if I have like let's say 50 lots in this trade, I'm closing when we're here at a loss at least 20 lots, and then I'll let 30 lots run, right? And that's the way the trading the trading world works is risk management. And yeah, I guess this is the last trading day video as well. So what else do I really want to discuss with you guys? We showed you how to take a bad trade today. We showed you guys how to take good trades the past 2 days. Yeah, there's nothing really much more that I can talk about. I can really just you guys have everything that needs to be had. And yeah, meet for the last video tomorrow, and we're going to bang it out, and we're done after that. Peace out, boys. Take it easy. Deuces. Peace out. Take it easy. I'll catch y'all tomorrow.